yogurt or something. It's not gonna be yogurt. Almost finished that.
Kang's a better 5-drop than Ultron. I mean, at least Kang is free. Well, I mean, that gives us priority. Drop Rocket and Groot down. I'm gonna armor the Nidavellir, because we're not a Shang deck and most other people are. Both pigging Nimrod and armoring there. That's a wonderful, wonderful game of Marvel Retreat to kick us off here today.
Hey.
Wonderful, wonderful game of Marvel Retreat. Probably a Galactus gamer, yeah.
Where's my dad? Cow to the kitchen. Why is there shock? Where's there shock in this game?
I think the new high voltage card looks somewhat reasonable.
Have you played with the shark before?
I have. You know what the shark's name is?
I know.
The shark's name is Jeff.
Why is his name Jeff?
Because that's his name, Jeff the Shark.
Why did they is that note his name?
Yeah, Toxie's a card we'll probably spend some time playing with. It's obviously probably reasonable in hand buff, and then there's some other things I think to explore too, but I'm gonna wait to get the card organically through high voltage because it costs like $50 worth of currency.
I want you to play with Jeff.
It costs like $50 worth of currency to get Toxie ASAP from high voltage, and I won't make nearly $50 extra from content getting the card sooner.
I want you to play with Jeff the Shark. I want you to play with Jeff the Shark.
We do have Jeff the Shark. We gotta draw him.
Play with Jeff.
Killmonger is a lovely one to not to think about.
Play with Jeff the Shark.
Can we draw armor so I can snap this?
Play with Jeff the Shark. Play with Jeff
Perfect.
the Shark. Play with Jeff the Shark.
And then they're playing Killmonger, so they're gonna stay here because they're a Shang-Chi deck.
I want you to play with Jeff the Shark. Play with Jeff the Shark. Play with Jeff the Shark.
Yoink.
Play with Jeff the Shark. Go up. Play with Jeff the
Rocket and Groot is real solid into Xandar.
The Shark. Play with Jeff the Shark. Play with Jeff the Shark.
Oh yeah, Rocket and Groot on their hope path.
Play with Jeff the Shark. Play
Hey, there's Jeff the Shark.
Jeff the Shark. Mimi, Jeff the Shark.
Can we snap again, asking the real questions?
Jeff the
To
Shark.
Moon Girl by Miles, like it's 2023.
Jeff the Shark. Jeff the Shark.
There are 2 Jeff the Sharks. You're right.
Jeff the Shark. 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 Hey, Danny. I know who these guys are. Spin, but what's
Who's
his
this?
Spin? What's his power?
That's Miles.
What's his name?
That's Miles. You know who Miles is.
Yeah, he's in the Spidey team. And Daddy.
Yes, Haley.
But what's his power?
What's his power? He's a Spider-Man.
Yeah, that means he uses power whips. His power is whips. His power.
His power is webs.
There's 2 just the sharks and 2 spit. Why?
This is Moon Girl. She made a copy of them. Do they ever beat this? How do they ever beat this?
Why can Moon Girl make copies?
They feel safe because they have Sanctum.
Make another copy of Jeff the Shark.
Oh, we should make more Jeff the Sharks? I agree.
Yeah, Jeff the Shark. Jeff the Shark. Make 10 Jeff the Shark.
Do I lose to Juggernaut Surfer on the left? I guess it depends on where Moon Girl goes.
Hey, Daddy, I want you to make 10 Jeff the Shark.
No, we're super good.
Make 10 Jeff the Shark.
10 Jeff the Sharks. I think 2 is plenty.
No, I don't want more. I want more. I don't want 2. I want more than 2 Jeff the Sharks. I want more Jeff.
Look at our adorable baby land shark.
More Jeff the Shark.
So nice. We'll play him twice.
More Jeff the Shark.
Okay, we'll play more sharks in a minute, baby girl. If you want to hang out in here, I need you to just be a good listener and hang out, okay?
Okay.
2024. I'm pretty sure Jeff the Shark was bad through most of 2024, yeah? Jeff the Shark being good's like Snap 2023 energy, I'm relatively certain.
Is there more Jeff the Sharks this time? What?
I think I wait on Ant-Man until we know where Armor's gonna end up at.
Miles is here. Miles is here. Miles is here. Miles is here. Miles is here.
Oh, Gorgon is sad. Jeff was the premier 2-drop in Marvel Snap for a very long time.
I want more Jeff the Sharks. I want more Jeff the Sharks. I want more Jeff the Sharks. I want more Jeff the Sharks.
I don't know how we ever win this game.
I want more Jeff the Sharks. Oh. More Jeff the Sharks. Why can't we have more Jeff?
Haley girl, remember I said quiet listening? Otherwise I need you to go upstairs, okay? Or go play in the basement.
More Jeff the Sharks. More Jeff the Sharks.
Yeah, great. We just gotta go. Normally Moon Girl with She-Hulk would be enough, but with Gorgon here making everything cost 1 more that we do.
It's Gorgon.
This is one of the tough things about Snap. It's like I feel like a lot of my like B and B- decks have been pushed out more and more as they've added more tech cards. Because it's like Gorgon is like almost assuredly intended to be like an Agamotto / like Aeroshim hate card, and then like it incidentally splashes these other decks I've enjoyed playing, pushing them even further out than they already were.
Jeff the Shark.
Hey, look, it's Jeff the Shark.
Yay.
And hey, look, it's a way to copy Jeff the Shark. Should we make more Jeff the Sharks?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Just for you.
Yes. Jeff the Shark.
Destiny chat. She wants more Jeff the Sharks, and we have a way to do it.
Jeff the Shark.
Oh my goodness! It's another Jeff the Shark.
Oh, it's another Jeff the Shark. There's 2 Jeff the Sharks. I want both Jeff.
Wow, Haley, they took away our ability to copy Jeff. They're so mean.
Oh, Jeff the Shark. Next time, don't tell them.
I always feel a little bitter when I see someone playing a deck like the opponent's playing, because I know anytime I would pick up and play this deck, I would just queue into Scream 6 games in a row.
Daddy.
And it's like, if I can't have fun with it, other people shouldn't be allowed to have fun with it.
Next time, don't tell them that. Or you told them.
Ant-Man, yeah,
We're
it's
gonna-
pretty good.
Next time, don't tell them that we're gonna make more copies of Jeff the Shark.
Okay, we'll keep it secret next time.
Please, Jeff the Shark.
We do. I did make one more Jeff the Shark. You're right.
We only had permission to make one Jeff the Shark. We only had permission to make one Jeff the Shark.
So this gets us to 12 over here. Which is probably good enough. Yeah, they're actually just leaving. Two She-Hulks, which they could interpret from Moon Girl. And go She-Hulk, She-Hulk, and then 2 Jeffs, or maybe just a Red Guardian, depending. Afternoon just in. They knew you had 2 Jeffs, so they left. It's true.
Do you have permission to make more Jeff the Sharks now? Permission to make more Jeff the Sharks?
Maybe.
Yeah. Now we have 3 Jeff the Sharks.
We only ever start with 1 Jeff.
I know.
Sunspot's a little late. Do I want to put Sam in the center? I'll put him on the right.
I see him late. I see him late. I don't know why Sam was late. Why Sam was late? We have Jeff the Shark now. Jeff the Shark came out.
So I think I want to do this so we can Moon Girl next turn. That way if we draw Miles or She-Hulk, we still have time to pass on 5.
I just got getting no punk. Oh, Jeff the Shark. Jeff the Shark. I want you to make one more Jeff the Shark. One more Jeff the Shark. One more Jeff the Shark.
I think I'm staying, question mark? Think they're a Killmonger deck? I don't know what else they're doing with Viper yet. Is the problem.
What did they do in the fly ball? Yeah.
Ah.
Did they kill us on mission to make more Jeff the Sharks? They kill on mission to...
It's Viper flavored tech cards. Alright, chat. I'm gonna deliver the toddler upstairs while we take an ad break.
Yeah?
I'll see you in a couple of minutes. We're gonna try out some more of this when we return. Thanks for hanging out. No, go anywhere.
I want something to eat.
Yeah, we'll get you a snack. Beep.
I don't want a snack.
Arr.
Yeah, I don't want a snack. I don't want a snack.
Send some snacks for chat, something like that. We got the toddler some leftover garlic bread from last night's dinner. What does Bounce need? Bounce is fine. We played some Bounce the other day and it wasn't terrible. Yondu means our Killmonger senses are on high alert. Thankfully, they just bricked that, so we can snap them because we have Sam Wilson. I guess they have Killmonger to unlock the center. Oh, are they bounce actually? Right, we picked a Nico. Sable probably means there's some type of weird bounce deck, so Falcon. The decks showing visually on the left and right side of my screen are the untapped tracker. Post a link for that on the YouTube side. Quake could be fun. How could Quake be fun? They're already kind of forced to play into the location that Quake is at. Or that Clintar is at, I mean. I guess I kind of played out too many cards, so now I don't have enough room for the shield to move with Sam, meaning I lose value on that. Because Strange Academy... Yeah, I think I messed up. I should have not played Miles. And then the shield would have moved with Sam Wilson, giving me an extra 2 points. Give me more flexibility on the last turn. Well, them getting locked in. They're locked in for one in the center. And I think it's just this then, yeah? Red Guardian right would kill Elsa. Yeah, but I think I'd rather just have 5 points Syria. With Rocket and Gert jumping over, they're going to take such a big penalty here to Phil. So we're going to 20. Deck is empty. Oh, I guess Silver Sable and Yondu are technically a non-bow, aren't they? Because decking your opponent out means your Sable doesn't get +2 on the last turn like this. Seems real schmedium for the opponent. These are 3 locations. I mean, I've got Sam on the right, and I've got Rocket and Groot in hand, so... They don't even get their Iron Patriot discount, because we've got Jeff. Do we want extra Jeffs? No, I want to deny them the Iron Patriot discount, so I don't have any surprises at the end of the game. Zabu can be Doom 2099. I don't think I'm remotely playing around that. Off of only seeing that. Doom 2099 is not a very popular card. You shouldn't play around unpopular cards. Alright, would love a Sunspot. Thank you for asking. All things considered, this hand's pretty good, given that, if I was a snapping man, I think I would snap this hand on Subterranea. Just given how reasonably strong it is as an opener. Magic and Adam Warlock. There are no bots inside of Infinite Gamers. It's a real, living, breathing human being. Oh, Brood means Killmonger's a concern. Oh, I can move the center. That's a fun call. We'll be able to protect Sunspot on the last turn, potentially, too. Yeah, that's fun. I think it's worth giving up 2 points of power to insulate the left against a Killmonger, potentially. Like, some of the opponent's builds don't play it, but I think it's a pretty low cost to play around, so we should. It's literally just only giving up the 2 points we'd be soaking at the end of the turn, and this puts us to 23 here, and we'll be 23 to 6, and then we'll be 18 in the center. They also got Subterranean and only had 2 cards left, so we're probably good to go either way, but that's one of those spots where it's like, well, the cost of playing around is relatively low. I think we go for it. Unfortunate. Hello, puppy.
Hey, Daddy, we don't know which ice cream is which.
Which ice creams?
The ice cream in by the steps in the by the stairs that go downstairs. We don't know which ice cream is which. We know those are brothers, and I don't know which is which. I think the nice one is Declan's ice. The good one is Jake. The one I think is Declan. And the one I don't like is Jacob's. I don't know which is which though. I know.
Ooh, Porking Victoria hand is very good.
Yeah.
Well, I mean... I would be very surprised if Toxie hitting spells as intended, given that they explicitly updated Gwenpool to not hit spells when spells were added to the game. It's fine, you're not in trouble. Not a big deal, toddler. So they have 7 random cards in their hand from discarding Helicarrier. And I have 4 She-Hulks. Who wins? It depends on if one of their cards was a Juggernaut, I suppose. One of them could be a Mobius. That's true. Penny lets them clone one of their cards on the left over to the right. I mean, I'm definitely staying. Come and get me. Does anybody know, have they ever commented on Speed's animation being bugged the way it constantly pops on and off every turn? That's gotta be bugged, yeah? They're cooked. Yeah, I'm adding 30 on the left. I'm adding 30 on the left and 40 in the center. Thanks for the raid views. Hope you had a good stream. We're doing some She-Hulking this afternoon because she's one of my favorites. Calm down, Carol. They would have lost even if Thanos went right? If Thanos went right on this, they would be at 27 here and 50 here, and we'd still be winning here and here. We'd have lost this one though. So that flip didn't matter. I'm playing Infinity Ultron inside of Scream. That's probably fine. I think Scream is likely the best deck in Marvel Snap at the moment, so it's certainly good enough to carry Infinity Ultron being mediocre. And you're correct, Space Stone does at least have some small amount of synergy there. So Stark Tower is gonna end up somewhere else. Rats. Lost my 50-50. I didn't think they'd play into the center because they want to end up wherever Stark Tower ends up at. Oh, hey, speaking of Infinity Ultron. Is this a Killmonger deck? What if we do this and turn their Ice Cube off? You want to turn their... I think they're just an Infinity Ultron deck, yeah? Sarah, yikes. Is Snap your primary game these days? I've been splitting my time relatively evenly between Snap and Pokemon Pocket. Okay, so... It might be Cope, but I think we're going to have priority coming out of this turn. And if I have priority coming out of this turn, I can armor on the right before they Killmonger me. I think I want to spend 1 energy to ham, though. Disrupting something in their hand sounds ideal. Actually, just all freaking tech cards all the way down. This is 14, 26, 31. This only ties their Juggernaut here. Probably dead. Leaving here is probably optimal. Although they didn't play for the right. I guess I don't have a ton of points on the left, though, yeah? Brutal. Oh, so their last two cards in hand were Surfer, Absorbing Man. It's interesting to hear someone say, I haven't seen you since I played Magic the Gathering. It's good to see you here playing Snap, because, like, I don't know. I think I've been off of Magic the Gathering long enough that I'm definitely the Snap guy more than the Magic guy for a while now. We're coming up on 3 years since Marvel Snap soft launched here in a little bit, right? Was it May or June 22? I think it was May 22, yeah? Should you feel rude for playing King instead of High Voltage? Absolutely. Card's a giant time waste for everyone involved. Yeah, I agree. I think the take that I just typed out in chat that Spider Ham's a tech card is nonsense. Spider Ham is a form of disruption, but not all disruption is a tech card. Spider Ham is just a generically disruptive Marvel Snap card. It's not really hating on a particular archetype. In fact, they explicitly changed it because it was hating on a particular archetype. Right? Once upon a time, it was like really good against discard, and they stopped it from doing that or being that way. Thanos. It is not remotely a hate card for Thanos. I am not putting Spider Ham in my deck to tech Thanos, end quote.
Good job, Kitty.
Oh. So if I Spider Ham, I go to 13 here, and then I go to 23. What if I do this and then play for these two? Is that at all reasonable? It's close. We have to stay. Oh, they have Swarm. They top decked Swarm. Wow. All right. Well, we're absolutely and mercilessly cooked. Oh. They top deck Swarm at Swarm and Handblade in hand. Wait, did I win? No way. No way did we win this game. Oh, it hadn't updated yet. Screw you, Marvel Snap. What a freaking tease. The fast forward feature just needs to be deleted from this game. It's such a buggy pile of trash. Just absolutely awful. I feel like, especially on board states like this, where it has to like reinitialize the numbers, like do armors animation, a lot of the time it feels like it doesn't even save time once it replays all the reinitialization things. Like you miss key things that are happening, and it doesn't even really meaningfully save time a lot of the time. Yeah, never mind the fact that you like lose valuable tactical information.
Why are you turning that off?
I turned the heater off because it's warm enough in here, I think. I turn it on when it's chilly, and then when it's warm enough, I turn it off.
And the heat, and it stays in here.
Yep, that's my personal heater.
And if someone opens the door.
When you open the door, some of the heat escapes. Yep.
Oh. And you don't want some of the heat to escape.
Ideally, no. I want the heat to stay in my office.
Yeah, but I have. That means when you do move, I have to come up too. Cause I'm down here.
Well, I was about to comment how it's really cool that I get to quake away their Iron Patriot location. However, now I don't get to do that. I'll get to quake away Asgard next term. I don't even know that that's really useful.
Hey, Daddy, do you know I learned something from my Blippi show?
What'd you learn?
I learned put your hand on the wall and put your hand on the door and feel if it's hot or cold. If it's cold, that means no fire's behind. If it is cold, fire's behind.
Like there's a fire. Yeah, that's very smart.
Yeah, so do not go behind. Open that door. And then the second door, if it's cold or hot, you can go through it. Or if it's hot, fires, and don't go through it. Okay.
That's very smart. You have a good memory.
I want to watch Blippi and Mika on the adult TV.
Do you know which one is the Netflix button? Get the remote. I'll show you which button it is.
And just put it down here.
Yep.
I don't know how to turn on. Oh, is it the one I pressed when I turned it off a day? I turned it off a day. I didn't.
Oh, now I can't move the shield because I'm giving them a copy of Miles.
Why are you making more copies of Miles? Why are you making more copies of Miles?
Nobody move.
Hey, some of your heat.
That's okay, Haley. Alright, so they're gonna have 7 energy, and they're gonna have a 4 power Kitty Pride, and a Miles, and a Land Shark. Yeah, they're like definitely a Shang-Chi deck, right? If I do this, Or 25% to top deck their Shang here.
Hey, Daddy, I figured out which button is Disney, but it's not going to the Disney menu. I figured out.
Lose the breaker here. Oh no, because they have Elsa.
Hey, Daddy, I figured out which button is Disney, but
This one's Disney and this one's Netflix. This is the Blippi menu. This one's the Blippi menu.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going on. I don't know if it will turn to that menu.
It will. Just point it at it and it'll go.
Okay. Hug first?
Yes, you may have a hug first. Love you.
Dada, bye-bye.
But Squanch left have won. No, I'm pretty sure we were losing by more than 10 there. On the left. But that's also the wrong question to ask yourself. If you want to get better at games like Marvel Snap, card games, you shouldn't be asking yourself the question, could I have made a different play to win that game? The question you want to be asking yourself is, was there a logical reason to make a different play with the information that I had at the time? That's what you actually have to be figuring out. It's easy to look back with hindsight and be like, oh, this series of plays won the game. However, that's very different than, oh, this series of plays is good and wins me the game and makes sense to be making with the information we had. All right, the right side is very safe, except from Russians. Russian's still gonna get you. Watch some Red Guardian us in the middle. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Well then. Oh, Marvel Snap. Why do you make it so hard to love you? Gosh, it would have been so good if we hadn't just been royally effed by locations.
Escaped.
Really tough beat. Quake's like, I'm in! Put me in, coach! Alas. Alas. Alright, so they're down Moonstone and Victoria Hand. Probably safe to say there's someone trying to enjoy Infinity Ultron. Well, I mean, at least if they're going to put cards in my hand, that one's playable and reasonable. Will I get a better Red Guardian target? I don't think so. Especially if they're just trying to play Infinity Ultron. play the Sunspot and Soak 4 here. It gives me a 2 energy She-Hulk if we draw her. Well, I mean, Nico was not kind to us. Went one short on this. Should have been a sick juke if so. I'm gonna get Juggernaut out of this game and curl up in a little ball and cry.
Victory.
I didn't have enough energy to play the Quake that last game. I only had 1 energy left. My She-Hulk costs 2. The right side location ends up being hostile. I could end up kind of sad here. Not explicitly hostile, but good for their hood. Are they playing Scorpion as like a good stuff card maybe? Oh, that's fun. That lets me move Nidavellir here on the last turn. Deny them the demon bonus. Yeah, they're gonna leave the Captain's Shield there because it looks like it's getting bigger, right? Okay, so they're just Ajax stuff, but so they're Ajax stuff, but with Hood, yeah, maybe they have Viper. Ham is pretty likely to tag Ajax, yeah. I think I do this, and then it's 2/2/2/2 next turn. This wins the right, yeah? It gives me 9 and 4 is 9 and 4 is 13, so I go to 22, and they lose 6, dropping to 20. Quake's so slick. And then Danger Room killing their thing means we're 100% on the left. living for us there. Is there a deck of a way to get rid of Hood? Yeah, the card we had porked was Circe. I'm glad this deck doesn't feel embarrassing. It's an archetype I used to love. Sam's a sweet Miles enabler. Is Infinity Ultra Matt? Unironically, I think it might be the worst card to release in Marvel Snap since, like, Bruce Banner. It's really bad. Wow, X-23 and they're not an Aeroship deck. Am I armoring here or am I armoring to protect my Sunspot? That's so close. I think I'm armoring them center and letting Sunspot eat it. Watch this be Carnage. Oh my goodness. God, what year is it, chat? What year is it? My opponent's playing Destroy and I armored them? It's been so long. I tried so hard and got so far. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. Do, 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 do. I like Infinity Ultron's design, but I like cards that are highly specific in their setup and synergy. See, I actually think one of the biggest reasons why I really don't like what's-his-name as a design is because he actually doesn't really have specific synergies. Like, his effect is so random, you can't deck build around his stones like at all because you're not going to see them even in the games where you draw Infinity Ultron. And his stones all require such different specific deck building things around him. Second Destroy Enjoyer in a row. Honestly, and this probably sounds a little extreme, but I think it's where I'm at after such a limp set of seasons from Second Dinner, is I almost feel like Second Dinner should consider in their balance whatever their testing team thinks a card needs to be listed at in order to be balanced. They should consider just like taking all the numbers and pushing them up one or two. I think we'd be better off if they released more things that were too strong and then pulled them back rather than having, you know, we're going on a month and a half of straight releases where most of them are kind of medium. Instructions clear. You want a 6-4, Captain Carter. Oh, man. So they haven't played Reality Stone yet is the thing. What if I do this? It forces these She-Hulks left, and then if they Reality Stone, I could win here and here. I don't love paying out Boomer Snappers, but I just want to actually play the game and see what happens. They have a free alright, I'll leave. They have a free copy of Death, too. I really hope Sanctum Showdown comes back next month. I feel like they've made us wait too long. I really miss that game mode. It really it's hard to emphasize how many of the things that are annoying about Marvel Snap Sanctum Showdown makes better. You get to actually see your games play out. Your games aren't just decided on turn 6 by a tech card. Like I honestly, and part of it's probably just that it's newer, but I honestly think I enjoy Sanctum Showdown as a game mode more than regular Marvel Snap at this point. I think my enjoyment of Marvel Snap as a whole would increase dramatically if I could just always play Sanctum Showdown. I'm gonna be honest, I was kind of like, we played a bunch of High Voltage. We played High Voltage for a bunch after it dropped, and after hitting a bunch of Teenage Warheads and, what's it called? I was kind of over it. We're dead to a clog deck here, unfortunately. Do you find the Sanctum meta stale with all the Guardian decks last time? I'm gonna be honest with you, the spot that I play it on the ladder doesn't have that much deck diversity anyways, so High Voltage really wasn't that much different. And if anything, I think the best decks in High Voltage were probably less better than the other things I was working on compared to the less better things I try and play on the ladder. Like here, just mercilessly cooked. I don't think I've ever played a game where people think the metagame is fun. I thought the Guardian decks the Guardian decks weren't even the best performing decks in Sanctum Showdown by the time the game mode was done. The Zoo decks were actually had much better stats. Nix, thank you for the 16 months. Appreciate that. Welcome back. Bearded Bane, thank you for the 23 months. I think that's the biggest difference between the two is the Sanctum, like, High Voltage is different than regular Snap, but the fact that Juggernaut is a giant villain in both right now is a little bit samey on them. And he was appropriately banned inside of Sanctum, allowing the texture of Sanctum games is the most different of any game mode they've ever added to Snap. I think is the best way I can put it, and why I think it's the best they've added, is it feels the most distinct. Was Werewolf good in Sanctum? He did have decent stats in Sanctum, yeah. He was playing a lot of the Guardian decks that were going around. Alright, so we're gonna Jeff, and then we're gonna Moon Girl, and obviously we're gonna draw She-Hulk next turn. It's gonna be glorious. I mean, all things considered, if I wasn't gonna draw She-Hulk, Miles is the next best, yeah.
I'm about to juice this up.
Oh, Miles staying one through the copy of Dream Dimension is great. I'm gonna play him out, so that way we have a chance to draw She-Hulk next turn. I don't think we can win the left now. This is +9 here. I don't think that's good enough. There's a chance we don't win the right either, but I don't think 27 is remotely enough on the left. You could play for the center. Could I? Oh, and I'm not even gaining 9 here because I'm losing Jeff the Baby Land Shark too. Alright, I'll limp, fine. Super smoked. God, even the reality's an extra kick in the dick too. It's been the 2025 motto, reality's just a kick in the dick. really needed a She-Hulk to copy up there so we could have enough stats. Miles is just not quite enough to get us across the finish line. I think asking for Sanctum to become a more permanent game mode is far more likely than for them to readjust the tech cards, I think. Asking for a game mode to be always on where the tech cards are just less brutal is a more realistic approach compared to hoping that they fundamentally change a core part of their game. Are there any good decks for Ajax? Yeah, Ajax has been, like, pretty consistently one of the better cards in the game for a little while. So now I gotta decide. I'm definitely quaking the Oscorp Tower, but it's a question of am I quaking it this turn or next turn? The upside to waiting to quake it is I can catch something here potentially. Yeah. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take my demon. Debris turns on Ant-Man. Someone write that down. Wasp is probably going to want to be made aware. I think we want to fill here so they can't clog us on the right. I think I want to just pass. How do they win the game? They have like Red Hulk or Gore and they win the left. Cannonball left gets us to. Yeah, okay. And someone in chat the other day asked if we were at a point where they should undo the White Widow rework, and I was just like, holy and truly, gamer, please, for the love of God, never go into game design. Just one of the... Marvel Sam's definitely a worse game when you run into Clog constantly. Should definitely be an archetype that's never numero uno. My opponent would never Killmonger by sunspots, right? That would be rude. I was dead to Gore and I was dead to Cannonball Narcolepsy, so I left the game. person's probably cooked here unless they can kill my sunspots.
Victory.
Oh, maybe they miscued the grog game mode? Yeah, it's possible with Morph. Good call. That card's definitely better in high voltage. Alright, can we win the 50-50 here? That won the priority 50-50, so that lets me Red Guardian their shield, which is nice.
Opponent snapped.
I think they're gonna move the shield this turn. I'm gonna quake this over to here, I think. Yeah, I got him. And the Patriot location moves with the location. So they miss out on that. I didn't play Miles last turn because I felt they were almost assuredly moving the shield because of, I felt they were almost assuredly moving the shield because of, where the Patriot location was. Am I getting Viper on the left? Seriously. If they punt the right, does this win the center? I think it does some of the time. It's a little bit of a gamble, and I'm gonna take it. Because they have a bunch of Iron Patriot cards. They have like fours, fives, and sixes in their hand. I think they probably just play one of those into the center, and they just give up extra building. Oh, I guess they're close on Shuri's Lab too, though. Play right, I'm gonna feel sad. Oh, I end up one short in the middle, yeah?
I'm about to juice this up.
I guess it's technically too short, because the tiebreaker, I would have lost the breaker. How many Kohori points did they get here? This 2? Wow. They got 3 of their 5 Kohori points into the location they needed. Rough. Alright, well, we finished! We finished cube positive and above a 50% win rate with this deck, which I think means I can stamp exceeds expectations on it. I was expecting to take this deck and delete it annoyed after a few games, so the fact that we were, like, relatively competitive felt reasonable. All of our bits and pieces came together nicely. We had good, reasonable disruption with Spider-Ham and Quake. Red Guardian and Armor also came up in spots. We had small rate numbers with She-Hulk. We got Moon Girl or She-Hulk and our Miles a few times all in there. Armor was really good both as a disruption on occasion and then also protecting your stuff. Any substitutions? You could play other cards that move themselves in the spots of Rocket and Groot and Jeff. So Nightcrawler or Nocturne, although Rocket and Groot's a good amount of stats. Red Guardian's just kind of a generic tech card. His only requirement is you want him to be able to play out proactively, so probably like a Luke Cage or a Mobius in there. At any rate, it is 20-5, so I am signing off for the day, so I can go hang out with Haley. I'll be back tomorrow. We're gonna do some Pokemon Pocket to start. We're gonna play some Marvel Snap to wrap up again. Peace, folks. Enjoy your Thursday wherever you're at.